We're going to start with chopping up one onion. I'm going to have 2 beef stock cubes. I'm going to have about a tablespoon or a little bit more of tomato puree, or if you want any more you can add more, less you can add less. Italian seasoning, my lovely garlic pepper and garlic salt, a couple of tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, garlic olive oil for frying, Paccheri dried pasta, chopped garlic, minced beef and passata. And for toppings we're going to have to try something different. I've never tried this before. You'd have to tell me guys what you think this is like. So I'm going to have Monterey Jack to go on the top, and I'm going to put some mild cheddar in the sauce. Okay, we're going to put our frying pan. I've got a sort of a wok because it's going to be quite a big sauce, so I'm just going to put that on a low heat, let it warm up while I chop up an onion. Okay, I am very wary about chopping onions guys. Every time I sharpen my blade I tend to cut my fingers. Just be very careful if you've got a sharp knife. Just get the peel off. The other side up. Right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to fry off our mince. And again, as I've mentioned before, break your mince up, fry it and leave it. If you want to know the reason why guys, check out my one pot chili and you'll understand why you do not touch the pan once you put the mince in. Okay guys, right, we need to start breaking this up. As you can see, this is a 20% fat mince, and you can see that there's quite a lot of fat in this and we don't want that. So I'm just going to break it up, let it finish cooking, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to drain the mince and get rid of all the excess fat. Draining up nicely. And this time we do want to break it up as finely as we possibly can. As I said, this is a stuffed pasta recipe, and if it's not broken up finely enough, we're going to have problems stuffing it. It doesn't really have to be cooked right through again, because I'm going to add some extra ingredients and cook it for quite a while. Okay, we're going to drain the mince, because we're going to take all that fat out. Try and get it all in the colander. I'm going to take a bit of kitchen roll. Don't need to wash the frying pan out. I'm just going to wipe the frying pan and get rid of all the residue that's in there. This is a non-stick one, so it's quite easy to wipe out. Right, back on the heat on a low setting, and we're going to add a little bit of garlic oil. This is olive oil, and we're going to add our onions. What we want to do is cook them until they become translucent. And this is probably going to take about 5, 6, maybe 7 minutes. And I'll come back to you when these are cooked. As you can see now, the onions are quite translucent. What we're going to do now is add the good stuff. A nice big heaping of chopped garlic already prepared. And then we're just going to cook that just for about a minute or two. Okay, the mince now is drained. As you can see, there's a lot of oil and fat that's come out of that. And we don't want to add that to the recipe. We'll drain it all off, and then we're going to add it to the mince. And we're going to stir that, again trying to break it up as much as possible. Comment down below if you love garlic as much as we love it in our household. And the bad thing about this, guys, is if you've seen my carnivore recipe, this is something that I cannot eat. But I cook family meals for the rest of the family. So later on I'll be having steak and eggs. While your mince and onions are cooking, we're going to prepare a stock that we're going to put into our minced beef. So we're going to have about 800 mils of fairly hot water, and we're going to add in our 2 stock cubes. Watch it don't splash everywhere. And this one doesn't want to come out. There you go. We're going to add a nice squeeze of tomato puree, as much as or as little as you want. I'd say that's about a good heaping tablespoon.
Looks nasty right now.
Yeah, it doesn't look quite good, does it? Next thing we're going to add is a tablespoon of Worcester sauce. I'm going to say a teaspoon of, what we'll do 2 half teaspoons of Italian seasoning. And then I don't think a whisk is going to cook that, so we'll just use a fork. What we're going to do is mix it all so it all combines. And at this point it doesn't really matter if the water isn't hot enough to dissolve your stock cube, because it's going to go into the pan anyway. And I know I can tell that it's still not dissolved at the bottom, which really doesn't matter. So what we're going to do now is straight away we're going to add that to our plate. So I'm going to give that a stir. And what we're looking for, I know it looks a bit watery, guys, but what we're going to do, we're going to reduce this down until all the water is nearly gone, so it intensifies the flavours. Okay guys, as you can see now, this has taken about 25 minutes and it's on quite a high heat and it's evaporated so there's nearly no water left. so we get all the flavour of the ingredients mixed in with the meat. We're going to add our lovely salt and a nice sprinkle of our garlic pepper. Mark, what do you like about your mother's pasta bakes?
Well, the taste really nice and they're very filling.
Next ingredient we're going to add is some passata, and while we're doing this we've got our water boiling with some garlic salt in there. As you can tell, we love our garlic, ready to boil for our pasta. So we're going to add the passata in. I'm just going to add half at this point. What you're looking for is quite a saucy consistency to your pasta bake.
Close enough.
Close enough, yeah. That's not enough. And what we're going to do is we're going to let that cook until the pasta's cooked, and we might add more if we need to.
Or some cheese.
Cooking. Oh, we're going to add cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, we're going to add cheese,
yeah.
definitely. Well, you are looking for a bit of a saucy consistency because we're going to stuff our pasta shells.
They're not really shells, though, they're tubes.
Okay, I stand corrected. My son's just corrected me. Yeah, we're going to add 1 jar of our sauce. Turn the heat down. Oh, and look who's come to see us. Take a little bit of a snapshot of him.
Hey, you. You're not puppy.
Hello, cutie. Always got to get in, ain't you? Are you hot? Oh, this weather doesn't do him very good, guys. Alaskan Malamutes don't like the heat.
Should we get an ice bath for him?
He has got his paddling pool outside, and he has got a sand pit that he plays in. Right, we're going to let that cook slowly while we're waiting for the water to heat for our pasta. We're now going to add our pasta to the water. It does say, check your instructions on how long you need to cook your pasta for. I'm cooking it al dente, so it only needs 5 minutes. Pour all that in.
Give or take.
Give or take. We'll just use the same spoon. And then we're going to stir that around. And then we'll be back to you in around about 5 minutes. At my son's request, and he loves his cheese, we're going to add about half of this pack of cheese, maybe a little bit more. Oh yeah, I can see Mark in the background nodding his head.
I'm not in the background, I'm on the camera.
And then we'll give that a nice stir, turn it down a little bit. There's that now, look. There's that look now, Mark. Nice,
oh yeah.
Nice cheesy goodness. And then I think what we'll do now is turn the heat off and let that
melt away.
Right, after 5 minutes we're going to take it off the heat, and I'm going to wear gloves, stop myself from burning, and then be very careful, guys. And then if my son would turn the tap on, what we're going to do is we're going to drain the pasta, stir al dente, making sure it stays in the colander. Obviously my colander's not big enough, so I'm just going to... Mark, can you tell me answer me a question?
What?
Why are we pouring cold water on it?
Stop it from sticking.
And?
No.
You don't know?
I ain't no genius.
So the reason why we're doing this is to stop it from cooking any further.
Oh.
As well as, whoops, there's my washing up. As well as stopping it from sticking.
Yeah.
So you was right on one point. Right, now the pasta's cooled off, what we're going to do, we're going to start laying them inside your dish.
Let me come this side.
Try and get it nice and snuggly. I think this is going to be a bit fiddly, guys.
A bit.
A bit, yeah. So some won't stand up, some will. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue standing these up until we've filled the dish. Okay, Mark, while I'm doing this, can you give me your expert opinion on the sauce? You know that I can't eat it because I eat carnivore. Just tell me what it tastes like.
Don't mind if I do. Mmm.
What's yeah, so give me an idea what it tastes like.
Not as cheesy as you'd expect, but
we're going to fill the top with cheese, aren't we? So,
and that stock really comes through.
okay, thank you very much. So I filled a dish, standing up our pasta, and we've got some left over which wouldn't have filled that, so we broke them into pieces. We're going to just make a normal pasta bake with that. So this is the most trickiest and fiddliest part, is actually filling each one in. You're going to have to be very patient, guys. Yeah, but the end result is lovely.
Oh god, yeah.
So if you can tell me an easy way of doing this, guys, let me know in the comments down below, because I've never found an easy way of doing this. And what I'm going to do is continue to fill these and come back to you. Right, we've tried our best here with Mark. It was a little bit fiddly. So to make it extra saucy, what we're going to do now is we're going to splash some passata in between and around and on the top, because you don't want it to dry out, so this is why we're doing that.
And for the other one, we're just going to mix some more in.
Yeah, because we've run out of the sauce. Mark, tell me when do you think?
How much is left?
We've got half.
More in there then. When
Take it down the sides.
Yeah, when we got about a quarter left, I say dump the rest in the other one.
Yep.
So you can spread that out with a spoon or something.
Yep, and then the rest we'll just plonk it in.
That one will be very saucy.
Sauce is good, especially because it's all al dente.
Cooks it the rest of the way.
So now I've smoothed it over the top, evenly distributed the passata sauce. And the good thing about this Pyrex dish is that if you don't want to bake it now and you want to save it for a day or two, it comes with its very own lid. So I think I might do that, is put the lid on that one and keep that one for another day. Right, Mark, how much cheese would you like on the top?
Cover it.
Is it got to cover it to the edges?
Yeah, might as well. Probably get some drippage.
Okay. Okay, I've put extra cheese on, Mark.
Nice.
So there's just one slice of cheese. Look guys. So you can
Almost the whole pack.
You can munch on that when you want to. For a few decorative purposes, I thought we'd sprinkle a little bit more of Italian seasoning on the top. And if we haven't had enough garlic, just a little splash of garlic pepper. Now this is going to go into a 180-degree oven. Mark, you're the king of pasta bakes. What do you reckon?
At least 35 minutes.
Check it after 30 then.
Yeah.
And we're going to put that in the oven. I'll put it again onto a baking sheet because I've got a feeling that this is going to be oozy and melty.
Well, the cheese on the corner, yeah.
And make a horrendous mess in the oven. So don't forget guys, 180 oven. Or as Mark says, you might just notch that up to 200. Yep. And cook it for around like 30 minutes. Check it. If it needs a little bit longer, cook it for another 10 minutes.
Pretty much.
So as you can see guys, after 30 minutes, it's got a nice crispy golden edge to it. And as you can see down here, it's still saucy. So it's not dried out at all. Okay guys, this is the finished product. Thank you for watching our family recipe today. Stay tuned next week for another family recipe. Please share, comment, subscribe and like our video. Stay tuned. Bye bye.